My name is Ethan Cole, and nothing in my life could have prepared me for the night my wife shoved my son and me into the pantry and told us not to make a sound. We had just come home from her mother's funeral, a long, draining day where my wife, Mia, barely spoke a word. I thought grief was swallowing her whole. I thought she needed time. But grief wasn't the thing she was afraid of. As soon as we walked through the door, Mia's face went pale as a sheet. She grabbed our son, Aaron, and practically dragged us both into the kitchen. Before I could even ask what was wrong, she yanked open the pantry door, pushed us inside, and whispered, "Ethan, don't speak. Don't move." Aaron clutched my shirt, trembling. "Daddy, it's dark." My heart pounded in my chest. "Mia, what's going on? You're scaring—" She covered my mouth with her hand. "Quiet." I saw genuine fear in her eyes. Not stress, not panic. Fear. The kind you feel when you know something dangerous is coming for you. And then we heard it. The front door unlocking. Slowly. Deliberately. With a key. My blood ran cold. No one else had a key. No one except us and Mia's mother, who was no longer alive. Footsteps entered the house, heavy, confident. A man's voice muttered, "She better be here." Mia's hand found mine in the dark, squeezing so hard her fingers shook. I'd never seen her like that, not even during the funeral. Something wasn't adding up. Who was this man? Why did he have a key? Why was he looking for my wife? And why had she known this was coming? The intruder walked past the kitchen, muttering to himself. She couldn't have disappeared. Not now. Not after everything she owes. I felt my stomach twist. Owes? What debt? Mia was a school counselor. She didn't know anything, except student loans. Then the man's phone rang. He answered immediately. "Yeah, I'm inside. No, she ain't here. I'm telling you, if she hid those documents, I swear—" Documents. Hidden. Owed. Key. Connection to the mother-in-law. Suddenly a thought hit me like a freight train. Her mother hadn't been sick. She died suddenly, no warning, no symptoms. Something had felt off at the funeral, people whispering, side eyes at Mia, relatives avoiding her. And now this man. The puzzle pieces started clicking together, and the picture forming wasn't pretty. Something was very, very wrong. The intruder hung up, stomped around the house a little more, then finally left, slamming the door hard enough to shake the pantry shelves. Mia didn't move for nearly a full minute. When she finally opened the door, she collapsed into the kitchen chair like her legs gave out. "Mia," I said, trying to keep Aaron calm, "you need to tell me what's going on." She buried her face in her hands. "It was my mom. She wasn't who you thought she was." I didn't say a word. I just waited. "She was involved with a man named Victor, a very, very dangerous man. He forced her into helping him with illegal paperwork, fake documents, identity filings, the whole thing. She kept records of everything, like insurance. If anything happened to her, she wanted someone safe to expose him." I felt my heart jump. What does that have to do with us? "She mailed the documents to me last week, said if anything unexpected happened, I was to take Aaron and leave town." The room seemed to tilt. "And the key?" "Victor had one. My mom gave it to him years ago. She trusted him then." "And he found out she died," I said quietly. Mia nodded. "And he thinks I have everything." "Do you?" "Yes," she whispered. "They're hidden." My mind raced. "Mia, did he kill her?" She nodded again, slow, shaky, terrified. That was the moment something inside me snapped. Not fear, but something sharper, something colder, something focused. I said, "Get Aaron ready. We're leaving." "Where?" "Some place he'll never follow." But leaving wasn't enough, not after what he'd done, not after he'd terrified my son. So while she packed, I made a phone call to my old friend Mark, who worked for a federal agency and owed me a favor. "Ethan, you okay? I've got evidence of document forgery, fraud, identity crime, and possibly murder, and the man responsible is looking for us." There was a beat of silence. "Where are you now?" My house. Don't move. I'm sending a team. No, I said. Send them to this address instead. And I gave him the location of a storage unit my mother used years ago, the one Victor must have also known about. Because if I was right, he'd go there next looking for the documents. And this time, he wouldn't find frightened parents in a pantry. He'd find federal agents waiting for him. We left town that night and stayed at Mark's safe house. The next morning, I got the call. We got him, Mark said. Caught him trying to break into the unit. He confessed everything. Your mother-in-law didn't die naturally. Mia burst into tears, not just from grief, but from relief, and for the first time since the funeral, I saw her breathe without fear. We handed over the documents. Victor went down hard, charges stacking like bricks. The news reported it as the takedown of a major fraud coordinator, but they didn't know the real story. They didn't know that he tried to come after my family. And they didn't know that he failed, because Mia trusted me even when she was too scared to speak. Today, our home is safe. Our son sleeps without nightmares, and every time I walk past that pantry, I remember the night everything changed, and the night we took our lives back from a man who thought he could control them. He thought he had power. He thought he had leverage. He thought we were just victims. But he was wrong. He messed with the wrong family, and now he'll spend the rest of his life locked away in a dark place, just like the one he forced us into, except this time he won't be getting out.